Popping out my chat. Okay, so it looks like I am actually live. Ish. As live as I'm ever gonna be, I suppose. Let's get some work done. Chats are working. Shazam. Music is not in my ear holes, which is where it's supposed to be. Good. Ah, first sip of coffee, that's nice. Alright. Man, this music is so chill. I'm like falling asleep here. Time for more coffee. Yumma, yumma, yumma. It's weird that it's black emissive. It's just weird that it's so dark. Also that I can't select it. Yeah, I don't feel like those need to be emissive. Like, black emissive seems weird. What does it actually change? Let's just see. I don't see any reason for that to be black and emissive. Just seems like extra overhead for the renderer. Blamp, that's how I feel today. This is current mood. Anyway. Alright. Staring at the bottom of feet. Yeah, so the head's still completely messed up. I think I still have the old character in here, so let's just re-enable that for the time being so that I can do testing. So we'll get rid of this one. And put this one in. Bleep. It's weird. Well, that one's all messed up too. Dag nabbit. Why did that have to turn into such a cluster truck? I almost feel like I should roll it back a couple versions, but then I don't really know everything that I did. Alright, so there's all our cameras are visible. Oh, excuse me. Come on, coffee, kick in. I wonder if it's as simple as... Let me just see here. Okay, I'm going to disable this one. I'm going to disable this one. And I'm going to put okay, so XR player... Luna suit, Luna suit, Luna suit. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this one back on, but I'm going to paste this component as new. That's the animation component. Yeah, I'm working on fixing the character right now. David didn't have a chance to get through it, so I'm just trying to kind of restore it to a point where I can work on other stuff. Alright, so I thought maybe if I restored the animation, but that doesn't seem to be working. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to disable this whole one and put in my old one. There we go. And then I think on our managers, oh, and you know what? I bet the rig is toast now. Oh no, it should be good. It should have come over with it. So what I need to do, I need to check and see if any of these things... So I don't need the mixer manager. We've got the game show guy in there. Defender spawner shield. Player position. There we go. We'll set that to the XR player. Oh, wait. I think does the player move? I think for the player position, I need to set that to the, the thing with the VRIK. So, game manager, player position should be the VRIK, which is the Luna suit. Good. Okay, cool. So, the thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make it so that when you go to the intro, it handles the input so that you get to choose how many rounds you get to go. Because right now you have to hit the start button, and then you have to hit the start button again to start. But I want to make it so that you get to choose how many rounds you want to play. And then I want to start making some of the emotions happen in the score bot. Or I guess I'm calling him score bot, but a host bot? Whatever. He needs a name. Ah, coffee. Kabu Fabi Tabime. That's what they used to say at a place I worked. They'd say Kabu Fabi Tabime for coffee time. Don't know why that stuck. That was many, many years ago. Ah, loading screens. I wonder how much of my life has been spent in loading screens. A significant portion, I would imagine. Okay, so rounds to survive. So we're going to set the podium text to how many rounds? And then we'll go maybe 2, 5, 10, or 20 rounds. It'll be good for achievements. All right, and so then I need to, there's like a player input handler. Streamer selected, here we go. So phase pregame, phase intro. So I want rounds remaining equals, and then I need to get the okay, let's make this so that it's flexible. I don't want to just hard code this in here. This is not a good so let's get rid of the rounds remaining. There, so we're just going to set it rounds to survive to an array. And then we'll get rid of this. Blam. There we go. Just build in a little bit of a backup here, so that way if I forget to set this, or I move it or break it somehow, it won't completely crash out on me. There we go. And now it'll even tell me right on the panel, dude. Because why not? As so much coding goes, because why not? Alright, so... So now we want to streamer answer, streamer selected, there we go. Phase intro. Now this may have to be A-1. Let me just check here. Greater than -2. Selected cats A-1. So tough to remember if I... Okay, so where's the podium buttons? Let's just check those buttons and just see what it's... Okay, so it is setting a 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, so we want -1 on this. A little bit of translation there. Rounds remaining equals rounds to survive. Then go to phase categories. All right, that should work. So now I actually need to do the thing that I knew I was going to forget. Two, 5, 10, or 20. Good, and then okay, good. So now when I start it up, okay, my rig is basically working the way it was before, which is not great, but it's better. You can see my head actually looks around and does what it's supposed to do now, which is the important part. The hands aren't turned on yet, but that's not a big deal. So I need to actually activate the hands, and since my left-hand batteries are dead, I'll be right back. All right, just gonna put some new rechargeables in here. There we go. How many rounds? They all still say start. Oh, look at that. They are not lined up at all. Oh! Oh, that's weird. So it automatically moved from the intro on. That's not good, too. So D-Nighter, that's the Samsung Odyssey mixed reality headset. It's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Clear screens. Play streamer health equals max streamer round score. Set podium text. How many rounds? Weird. Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to try the Oculus Go. The Vive Focus, of course, is the one that's really, really caught my attention. Just because the Go just, I don't know, it seems like a step sideways rather than a step forward. Like, it's great for price and like entry level stuff, but I feel like Cardboard kind of had the entry level stuff nailed down already. The Vive Focus at least has the 6 degrees of freedom, which seems like that's where it needs to be. Yeah, that's exactly it. And but I mean, that's kind of what the Vive Focus is aiming to do too. I just don't know if they're ever going to get it out here officially in North America. I assume they will, but oh, really? Yeah, I'm curious to see what comes out of GDC this year. Oh, pointer out has no receiver. That's weird. Okay, so how many rounds? They all just still say start. Oh, you know what I probably did? I probably set the screen text instead of the podium text. Yeah, so which we should really be doing both, but probably easier just to change that whole thing. And we set the good. Okay, so we'll just quickly test that. So, yeah, it says how many rounds, 2, 5, 10, or 20. Same thing down here, 2, 5, 10, or 20. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, I hit 2, so if I look on my game manager, that should be 5 rounds. Let's turn this on to debug mode. I failed to answer. Max progressive danger level 1. Rounds remaining is set to -1. So that's not good. So on streamer selected, there's a lot of errors in there. It's a lot of bugs, my man. All right, so hey, MGS Level Design, how's it going? Is this the MJS that I knew that was creating that side-scrolling? I think I'm trying to remember. Yeah, MJS. What MJS? It's your name's ringing some bells here. I'm trying to think of what you have built. Oh, cool. So I don't think you're the one who I'm thinking of then, because there was another company that was called MGS that was doing like a side-scrolling, almost Mega Man-ish game, and they were on some crowdfunding site at some point. I'll for sure follow you after this, though, because I love to see other game devs on the site, and yeah. It's good. So I'm gonna attach this to Unity. Yeah, I don't know. I've been putting my game dev streams under art lately. I really feel like game developers on Mixer need to band together and say, you know what, we just want, like, I mean, Twitch has a creative section which has game development in it, and it's so good. But I need to be able to, like, I think that right now, I mean, my biggest complaint about Mixer is discoverability. And not just mine, in general. Like, if I'm looking for something, it's hard to find on it. I feel like I should just do a mock-up and send it to them and say, here, this is how I think it should work. Please build this. Potassium, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working. So let's do that. Thankfully, this is an easy one to test. Okay, good. So my streamer is 2. Rounds remaining is... So that should be 1, which is what I selected. So it should be 5 rounds. Now, I can see here that it still says how many rounds, so I need to clear that. But my rounds remaining says 5 here. Okay, so it worked this time. Well, I'm excited for you to be excited to see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm building a deadly trivia game, and I'm just working on getting this little screen for the player to work. And hey, thanks for the follow, MJS. So what does the MJS stand for? Yeah, and potassium, so it's actually, oh, it's just your initials. That works. I'm like thinking it's something glorious and mysterious. But, I mean, since I don't know what your name is, it's still glorious and mysterious because it's just Michael Jackson Smith. Matthew Johan Svensson. There we go. All right, Matthew Johan Svensson. Glad to have you on the stream. So, hey, Potassium, thanks for the host. So, oh, okay. Close on the Michael. So anyway, the Deadly Trivia game is actually designed to be played on stream in VR. Aw, that's sweet. Thank you. So yeah, so basically I'm getting the score working here. So let's... the rounds remaining worked that time. So that's scary to me when I build something, try it. Well, and eventually, Potassium, I am going to have a version that runs third person over the shoulder instead of just in VR. Baby steps, though. Baby steps. All right. And who knows? I have been... Okay, this is semi-hush-hush. People on stream can know it, but don't be going tweeting anything because I haven't got it officially set yet. But we may be having a contest at some point here that includes a VR headset and the game. So I'm really pushing for it. We need to get the budget approved, and then we'll maybe be able to do that. So hopefully, if I can get budget approval from on high, you know, or if I win the lottery and then I can just do it myself. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to have you know, a contest where we give away some, because I mean, I really dig the Samsung Odyssey headset, and it has lower hardware requirements than Oculus. And so, where did I learn to make games? Oof, that's a loaded question. I learned to make games just growing up. I've always wanted to do it. I've always kind of tried to. I've always tried, like, basically, because I'm old, right? Like, I'm fairly old. I mean, I guess retro? Maybe I'm not old. I'm just retro. So yeah, exactly. Just like you know in computers for the most part. Like, my first computer was an Atari 800 XL. Let me show this thing to you. It's beautiful. Oh, actually, that's a good picture of it right there. That was pretty much my setup. Except I had the modem as well. The 300 baud modem. It was glorious. A cassette drive to save all the programs I made on it. I later got the disk drive. But yeah, I mean, oh, and that box. Look at that glorious box. It was so beautiful. Like, look at the way they put in the stripes and the triangles. And oh, God, design back then, it was hideously beautiful. Like, anyway, so yeah, so my first computer was that Atari 800 XL. You programmed by putting in, like the old Atari game system, you put in an Atari basic cartridge to program it. And then you saved it to a cassette drive. And so to save your program, you had to first hold down record and play, and then hit save on the computer, and then it would actually, like, record. So the cool thing about that was I discovered that if you could find the exact... Considerably quieter on the Odyssey compared to headphones. Mine seems to be. Yeah, I find the Odyssey is... the headphones are... I think they probably just went for safety. But anyway, so, sorry. So I found that if you hit record, you recorded your program, and then you listened to it on a tape player and found the end of where the program was, you could record a song on the same cassette. And then, so what I did was it would load the program. When it hit the end of the program, I would tell it to play the cassette, and then I could use any music I wanted in my game instead of just using the default music from the system, right? So I could get significantly higher quality music in my game by just recording it onto the cassette and then having it play. The problem is you couldn't really loop your music then. You had to have, like, your music could only play for the length of what's remaining on the cassette. One of my first games was a text-based, like, fighting game where you just, you know, it was like press 1 to punch, press 2 to kick, press 3 to block. It was like rock, paper, scissors, basically. It was good times, good times. All right, so this game, I need to adjust that score text. So I'm in my phase setup. When I move to categories, set main text and set podium text. So I'm going to set the podium text to choose a category. Oh, I'm running my code, so that's probably there we go. Well, Potassium, if you ever want to learn to do it, there are so many good classes online. The one that I took to when I first started learning Unity, so basically I started on Atari, then I went into like web stuff a little bit, and then I went into building games on old PCs, and then I did Flash for a long time, and now I'm mostly a Unity developer. But let me log into my account here. Just putting it over in the other window for a second. So this one on Udemy, Learn to Code by Making Games, Complete C# Unity Developer Course, is awesome. It's there is so much good stuff in here, and I'm not sure how much this one costs, but every now and then, if you keep your eye out for a sale, you can get that course for like $15. Yeah, see, it's listed at $199. It is almost never that price. They're $25 Canadian right now, and it's worth every penny. It is seriously such a good course. So, like, for 25 bucks, you could be making games. Yeah, I mean, blueprints in Unreal is a great way to go about it. That's the other thing too, is there's lots of game making things also that you can get started on, especially 2D game making ones. Like I love Construct. Let me bring that one up for you here. Oh, I'm in as a guest. Let me just log in. Ugh. My password pop-up comes below the... Okay, let's just autofill it here. There we go. Oh. Okay, so. Oh my god, Torque 3D. I totally remember Torque. I loved Torque. It was, I mean, because it was built with such good multiplayer code to start off. Oh, you switched over to... Okay. Failed to refresh file list. Come on. So, yeah, Torque was awesome. I did Torque for a while. The other one that I did for a while, which is so... This is, like, let's talk retro here. Dark Basic. So, Dark Basic Professional was like... It's now open source. I don't know that it would run on anything, but it was like... It was basic. It was basic code. And... but it was interesting. Okay, so I can't get my file list on Construct 3. But anyway, so... I'll show you how Construct 3 works, because I really love it. So, I'll show you one of their sample ones, Kiwi Story. Try reloading. And you can use Construct 2 or Construct 3. I'm not on free edition. I don't know why it didn't hold my login. Keep me logged in. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. So here's their little Kiwi Story. Arrow keys to move, Z to select. So, I mean... simple little, like, platformer game. Now, if you go into the code itself... So you see here, they've got all the different layouts on the right-hand side. So there's the opening, title screen, options, intro. Here's the forest level. So you can kind of zoom out and see what the levels look like there. Right, they've got all those little collision zones, moving zones, that sort of stuff. So, and then each one of these has an event sheet. So, for example, enemies, you can see enemy beetle, direction right, animation. So you just kind of piece it together like this, and it's really powerful and simple at the same time, but only 2D. Oh, you're using Torque 3D. That's awesome. My Twitch is faster. Oh, interesting. Oh, my coffee's getting really low. Okay, so. Anyway, now that I've digressed on this huge rant about how much I love programming, okay, so if I hit 1... Okay, so I can see that it updated to choose category down there, choose category here. Let's go board games. The Dice Tower network of board game podcasts and videos is run by which individual? I didn't answer. Shoot. So now the turrets would shoot at me. Or they'd shoot near me. Apparently they have no interest in shooting at me. Oh, you know why? Because when I changed the character rig, I didn't set the turrets to... like, the turrets don't know where to aim because I didn't set them to point at me. So they're not trying to shoot at me anymore. Funny. Okay, so... And that's the end of the danger round, so now we'd move on to a new category. So, I'm going to check the game manager. We should be down to 1 round remaining. Okay, it's working. So if I go comics... In the comics, which Sonic character took command of the Dark Legion after Luger's assassination? Dimitri? No. Lien Da. Who would know that? No one would know that. So it holds on this camera view for too long before it goes down to defend yourself. And I'm going to fix that. But now it says rounds remaining 0. At the end of this, it should say congratulations, I won. Oh, that squeaky noise has to go. Four seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Congratulations, player. You get to live for another day. I got a score of 0, but I won. Because none of the turrets were aiming at me. Good. Hey, I wonder if, interesting. So anyway, would it be of interest to anyone? Hey, thanks for the follow, Potassium. I wonder if it would be of any interest to anyone if I had like a weekly let's learn how to build games kind of scheduled class where people could follow along. That'd be kind of fun. We could run 2. I could teach Unity and I could teach Construct, because those are the 2 that I know the best right now. Whoa, sorry, I just shook the whole table. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that I could definitely help people get the basics down. Yeah, why not? That'd be fun. I mean, I'm not fantastic at this. That's the funny thing. I've been doing it for a long time, but I'm not the greatest developer. But, I mean, I am above 0, so, I mean, it's always like, you know, if other people don't know this much and you know this much, you should be helping them come up to you in the hopes that someone else will help you come up to them. Like, that's how we all learn. That is how society should function. Alright, so let's set our turrets. So there's a couple things that are going wrong here. So the tops aren't pointing at anything. They don't have aim targets, but I should... Okay, so let's highlight all of these and lock them in place. And then up here, I'm going to search through and find the Luna suit, Luna rig, hips, spine, chest. So I'm going to have them all aim at my chest. There we go. Now, ideally, what I'd want to do is I'd want this, because this, all of my danger objects, let me activate them here for you. So right now I've only got these turret blasting things, but I want to have multiple different types of dangers. I mean, it's going to get old real fast if you're only ever dodging spike balls. Who cares about spike balls? I mean, this is basically proof of concept. The real fun is going to be when the traps get crazier and deadlier and more fun, right? So this whole danger objects thing is going to be loaded in based on what danger either the host or the audience selects. So what I need to do is I need to set pitfall. Yeah. So ideally what I'm going to need to do is be able to set the targeting live when I load that in. but I'm not going to do that yet. Right now, the biggest thing that I want to do is we're going to do a quick, oh, what's it called? BFX or HTML5. Here we go. So I'm just going to use a sound effects maker. It was made by Leshy Labs. Because right now, I'll play it for you here. So when the turret's activated, where's my... You hear that? I hate that noise. It's so bad. Basically, each turret does that sound every single time it activates, and then there's like a 2-second delay before it fires. The idea was that I'm going to use positional audio so that you could hear a turret prepare to fire before it fires. However, that noise is so annoying. So I want to go with like a shotgun sort of noise. Just like a little like, not that sound. So I'm just going to pull the time down on this. And we'll see if we can make this into a little ch-ch. We'll have to pull the pitch up on it a little bit. Yep, someone said pitfall. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I could spend all day working on that, or I can just go to freesound.org and search for shotgun, and when we actually get an audio guy, so here's who I'm hoping to pay. Dave Chan from the so yeah, anyway, he's with Hinterland right now, doing audio for The Long Dark. Super nice guy, really great guy, and formerly of BioWare, and just okay, so just all I need is that chick chick noise there. So let's log in. We'll download this guy. We'll use it as a temporary. Okay, and then we'll go into. We'll just trim it in Audition for now. Yes, 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 I know. Would you like to review your preferences? No, I don't care about that. And downloads audio, gun cocking. Let's play just that. Oh, I guess I do need to. Microphone, okay. Default output. Oh, here we go. Let's put those out to monitor headphones. Yes. Monitor headphones, latency good. Okay, let's try that now. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in my, I'm going to put it right in my source drive. I don't know. Let's just work in documents for now. Oh, whoops. That is not at all what I wanted to do. There we go. Just wanted to crock it. Crock it? Oh, my brain's not working. I meshed together like cock it, like cocking the gun, and cropping it, and now I'm crocking my audio. Alright. Let's save this beast. Okay. Did I just regress to Miami Vice? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, so there's gun cocking. So let's look on the turrets. We got the audio manager there, so we're going to go up to the audio manager. And here's turret warning. So we're going to change that to the gun cocking. Oh my god, that's going to be so much better. So much local identifier. Oh, I'm still on debug. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Good. Now we may have to amp the volume up. Well, now it's targeting me. Thankfully, I've got the... So the game manager also doesn't have the Luna Suits temp animation set up. So that would be the renderer for the Luna suit that I just put in. Where's the mesh on that one? That's the one. Okay, so stunned expression while I try to remember what I was doing. I tell you, sometimes the combination of ADHD and an aging dude's brain is so much fun. There we go. So Luna Suit B animator. Let me just check the... good, yeah, so I've got the texture animator, which in here just goes idle, and then I've got a texture die. Good, so now I can die. These guys will point at me depending on... Okay. Is there any other audio that I need to do today? You've been awake for almost 20 hours, Potassium? Yikes! Well, thanks for joining me. I guess you just watch till you pass out at this point. And the positional audio was working because I could hear it moving from side to side. I don't know if that... You're at your desk? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't quite get all the way finished killing me, though. That's the funny thing. Like, there's just a little bit of sparkle left there where you can see the character. Let me just check that. So you can see the character's still there. It's just supposed to be dissolved to transparent. But it seems like it's stopping before... Oh, I need to set the contrast to 0. So let me just see what that looks like. Yeah, that seems fine. I wonder if I should make it like a more evil looking color when you're dying. Like, should I switch to a red? Let me copy this color in case I hate the new color. That's kind of meaty looking. That may be better. Let me check it with the effects on. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Oh, it's so weird that your shadow does it too. I can't believe that the shader takes that into account. That has got to be expensive for the processor. I am going to have to probably tone that down because the fact that I have multiple real-time lights being affected by that shader, that ain't good. That is not good. Okay, anyway. I think I do like the red better, though. Oh my god. Digital Jeremy from YouTube chat just said, too bad you can't go all out and have the skin layer disappear, then the muscle layer down to the bones. I could do that. That would be awesome. But I think I should make sure that the game is even marginally viable before we go that far. So on another project, like a non-game kind of businessy project. There's this thing called, oh, what's their names again? Zygote. So this is a body that you can get for medical, and it has all of that. Like you can see here, like you can peel back the skin, the musculature, all the organs. Can you imagine if that's how you died in the game? That would be awesome. Left with just a nervous system. Anyway, I digress. Good. So, that's another thing that we could animate too, is we could glow the character. Let's not do that though. Let's not, and say we did. Alright. Yeah, so I should have, I want to have the character ragdoll as well when they die. The problem is that I need to figure out how to do that best with you being in VR, right? So there's two ways I can do it. You can see your body fall down. Actually, there's probably more than two ways. You can see your body fall down, or we could actually move the person's point of view so they kind of lose control of it, but that may be a little jarring and may make people kind of throw up, right? So right now we have them dissolve. The other thing I could do is we could have a ragdoll for the viewer. Onward has it when you die you see your own body fall over. So the other thing I can do is I can make it so that yeah, like we could almost move it up to like a spirit view, right? So that you like there's a flash and then you're above your body, and basically like we'd be, and then you could see your body die, right? So I think that's probably have the like spirit view. I think that'd be good. Oh, what is up with the music today? It is so mellow. I'm just gonna switch that. There we go. It's Friday. I don't need to be mellow. Hello. Okay. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot now. Let me just check and make sure that this... Oh, you know what? I know what I was going to do. So, when you... when it says choose a category on the podium text, I'm going to drop some line breaks in there because it was too close to... It was pushing up too close to the edges. And I need to fix these things. So you can see here, when you look at the buttons straight on, they are definitely not in the right places. All of the text. Oh, that's a good question. Where do you get your questions from? So, again, ideally, once we are generating some form of revenue. We will be writing our own questions and including image questions that go up here and across the different boards, so that like which of these actors was in blah blah blah, and then like have like just pictures of the actors, stuff like that. But right now there is an open trivia database, opentdb.com, and we can submit our own questions to that. You can add your own questions and you can browse it, but it's fairly limited. There's 3,000 questions, which seems like a lot, but when you split that into a whole bunch of categories, it's not as many. Like I see a lot of repeats, so that's something that we're gonna have to build out. Free for commercial use through our API. Yeah, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The other thing that we want to do is, and I mentioned this on stream yesterday, is I want to have some advertising space around it to advertise other indie games. And then if indie developers want to give away their games, I'm building in a mechanism so that at the end of a multiplayer round, when people are watching your stream, they'll be able to win game codes. And then that way, it all just kind of feeds back into the community, right? So streamers get free codes for playing this game, basically, would be the idea. I don't know if that's gonna fly, but then you could have like, this round brought to you by Super Meat Boy, and then flash it up there, maybe have even like a little video or something that plays, and have a transition in between, and then you have yeah. So Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Jeopardy. So the two games that I actually compare it to right now are 1 versus 100 and the movie The Running Man, the old Schwarzenegger one, which I'm surprised they haven't rebooted yet. Actually, holy crow. Anyway, so I just thought, you know what? Like, I don't know if has anyone here seen the movie The Running Man? So The Running Man would make an awesome battle royale game. Like, think about it where it'd be, like they release 100 criminals. You've got it's set in a game show world, and you've got to try and survive the game show. And there's like traps and stuff, and oh man, it'd be so good. I'm not a huge fan of battle royale games, but that's because I don't like the waiting in between rounds. I like the game itself. I like being in the game. I like playing the game, but I hate dying early and then having to wait like 8 minutes to get into the next round. That's my biggest complaint about, like, it just feels like there's too much waiting. There's this game sort of like that called SOS. All right, so, if I play PUBG with you, there's a better chance I won't die right away. Oh man, I think the chances of me bringing you down are better than you bringing me up. I'm just not good at it. Like, I'm too impatient. I mean, I still have like Overwatch mentality where I just, like, I just want to be a part of the action every second. Alright, so let's turn the turrets off. You always die in the top 15. Nice. I think I'm the only person I know who could possibly finish 101st out of 100 people. Like, I probably would be killed by the bus before it leaves. Original Quake, very frenetic, yeah. Yeah, I used to love like Original Quake, what else? Oh, Unreal Tournament was so good back in the day. Anyway, I digress. What else am I looking at here? So today, oh yes, the transition time between when you answer the question and when it moves into the danger mode is too long right now. So I'm going to go into the game manager. I've set up these phase limits so you can see it goes from pregame to intro to categories to ask question, answer question. So right now the question results are set to 10 seconds, and that's what the problem is it shows the question results for a full 10 seconds, but it's activating the turrets at that point. So if I bump this down to like 2 seconds, then it'll focus up on them for about 2 seconds, and then it'll pan over. So let's test that. I heard thumping and bumping. All right, so. My other hand's missing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I don't want to talk about the weather. I want to talk about the category.
What is the derivative of acceleration with respect to time?
I'm afraid that isn't
Jerk.
the correct answer. That will cost you in the danger round.
Oh yeah, that click is way better. Come on, bring it on, bring it on. Whoop. That one's coming right at me. Oh! Took one in the head. Oh, another one.
You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose. Right now I want you to pick a category. I'm afraid that
Oh, Lucas, shoot.
that will cost
Now
you
there's a third one over there. Oh! Ah!
I'm sorry.
Oh, no!
With us is at an
Okay, that was good. Man, my head snapped back involuntarily when that spike came at my head. Like, I turned my head, and then all of a sudden there was a spike ball right there, and my head snapped back involuntarily. That was fun. Okay, so that was good. Yeah, so that worked pretty well. Oh, you know what I forgot to check, though, is, so after the questions... Oh, Digital Jeremy, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we'll catch you later. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, so after I answered the question, did it transition the view down to looking at me more quickly? Because that's what I was supposed to be testing, not whether or not I could get hit in the head by a spike ball. I guess I can go back and check the recorded stream, but well, that was good. I say that was a pretty successful test for today. I'll tell you, once that danger level is up to 3, it is hard. Like, danger level 4 would be nerve-wracking. I do not want to answer 4 questions incorrectly. Yeah, so that was good. That was a good test. I think that collection was modified. Just checking my errors to see here. Oh, so let me... Yeah, that's a good question, Potassium. I'll show you what the answering correctly does, if I can ever answer a question correctly. What I need to do, though, is I need to fix something on my character model. It's thanks for asking that, because it actually... on this rig... hips, spine, thigh left, thigh right. So off the spine, chest, shoulder left, upper arm left, forearm left, hand left. All right, all buried it deep in here. I've got this, and I need to put that on the equivalent spot here. Upper arm, forearm, hand left. Oh, I've got 2 of them. I just need these pull particles. So we're going to 0 those on the hand. So you can see there's sort of a glow here. And I'm just going to move them out a little further into the hand. And that one looks nice when I have the effects going. So you can see there, it has sort of a nice kind of glowy, bubbly look to it. Just pull it out just a little bit more. And then... on the left pointer, okay, yeah, so force pull hand is left hand. That works. Okay, so let's check this one here. That's the pointer left, so we'll make sure. Okay, good. So we just need to tie up our left hand here, and then on the right hand we need some pull particles. So let's go to our shoulder right, arm, forearm, hand, pull particles there. We'll line those up on the right hand. This is all just because I screwed up my model. And we'll 0 these out so that they're in the right place. Okay, and then on the pointer right, we need the force pull hand right. And let me just double check these. So then I need to attach those particle systems back to these. So there we go. And then on the right hand, good. Okay, so now we'll re-enable the viewer camera and I'll show you this. Here we go. Hopefully I can get a question right. Oh, well, my particle things are still glowing and they're not supposed to be. That's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. They should shut off now. What? Particles? Don't be so mean to me. Ah! I feel like I've got some weird glowing disease on my hands. Alright. Let's figure out why that's not working. Hey, Crime New, how's it going? So... Oh. Well, the XR player here is disabled. So that would be why, because I'm pointing to the old disabled one. I'm doing well, Crime. Let's just go into the trackable alignment, left hand. Okay, so here we go. So that's the problem, is I'm actually pulling from, I don't know why I didn't notice this. So I'm going to go into our active one on the left hand, and we're going to paste that component as new. And which hand left? Pull force 5, pull particles. Good, that works. And then off the old right hand, hand left. Where's my hand right? Here we go. Oh, does that one even have the particles? Oh, it's this one. There we go. Someday I will remember what the heck I'm doing. Wrote that song for you guys. I know you love it. Alright, so paste component as new, right hand, pull particles, particle system, good. So then I need to reference this hand right. Attachment point. Nope, sorry, pointer right to the correct right hand, which is this one. And then I need to do the left pointer to the correct left hand, which is this one. One more time, but this time with feeling. Okay, good. So now I want those particles to actually go away faster, but you can see when I grip the controllers, the particles show up. So basically the idea here is if we go, let's go for 5 rounds, choose a category, let's go mythology. I'm good at mythology. The Greek god Poseidon was the god of the sea. So now you can see if you get it right, the danger level is lower, and I have a shield that I can use to bat things back. Now the shield's getting more and more transparent with every hit, so I've only got 1 hit left, and then it's gone. Now I'm naked and alone against a wall of spikes. Oh! Wow, that one got me. Haha, you can't see me. Oh. Good. So he keeps shooting, though, after this, so you still have to be kind of dodging. So... first edition of Apple's Mac OS X was given what animal code name? Cheetah? Yeah! I got, whoa! So that gives me another shield. So I can pull this shield in. And I want to make it so that if I can hit the turrets, if you can reflect it back at the turrets, it'll disable them briefly. And I'm empty again. Oh! See, now you can kind of hide behind this thing a little bit. Let's go for television. BBC officially launched BBC One. Oh man, I don't know, 36? Hey! Defend yourself. Where's my shield? Oh no, where did my shield go? Oh, it's way over there. Force pull it. Force pull. Oh, see? I discovered a bug. My force pull doesn't work if I was holding a shield and it got destroyed. Oh no. My hands can't get my shield and it's floating off into space. Ooh. Oh well. Okay, good. That was a good test. Oh, you're right. Cinemachine is focusing on the floor instead of me. So basically it's because when I brought in the new rig, I didn't tell it what to look at. It's still looking at the old rig. Thank you for mentioning that, D-Knight. So under my camera system here, see like player face, it's got follow and look at, and all of those are the wrong things. So we'll look at that head there. Player danger right, look at, actually danger left. You can't do multi-editing with the cameras, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll set it so that it looks at where your head is. And then, okay, so probably don't need those cameras anymore. Okay, potassium. Yeah, just in case you pass out. That's a good idea. All right. Screen group with player head is probably looking at the wrong head as well. And screen group with host should be fine. Screen group should be fine. Okay, cool. I really don't blame you, Potassium. I really do not. After 20 hours, I'm surprised you're still able to type. Okay, so that should be good there. Oh yeah, so I need to deal with that grip problem. So right now, I'm going to get rid of this other XR player so that I'm not confused. Typing comes naturally out. Okay, so in my force pull script, I need, on the shields, I need them to be able to send a message when they are destroyed to the hands to let them know, hey, I'm not in you anymore. So I've got this destructible hit points. Really? You could be having a conversation on the phone and typing something different from what you're saying. I cannot do that. I can barely type as it is. I mean, the fact that I am a developer who cannot type is astounding. Okay, I don't need that anymore because I know this script is working. Current hit points is less than or equal to 0. Destroy this game object. I almost need... See, this is where I need a little bit of... Yeah, see, here they're recommending I check it every update, but that feels like a lot of work for the processor to like check if something is null every single cycle. It'll work though, for now. So if my attached object is null, then can I run a test for command? Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple ways I could go about it, but I'm trying to avoid too much communication between the shields and the player's rig, because right now if I have to link them together, then it won't be very extensible in the future. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna check to see if the attached object has let's see. So actually we'll do if attached object is null and am I setting something in here to see? So I have something if I let go. Gar. Yar. This be awkward. Because I can't just say release object. You know, honestly, I just need to do this. I'll just send a message to the grabber and say, you know what? It's been released. So I also have a grabber script separately on there. And that should work. The only problem is that let's see. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that I need to know the difference between when it was grabbed by the person and when it was released by the person, as opposed to when it was grabbed by the person and then destroyed by an external force. And the reason that I need this is because if I check every round to see if the force pull hand is null, then when you release it, every round after you release it, it's going to send a message to force pull. Oh, I mean, it's not that bad. It's just setting hand is full to false. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've turned this hand is full. This isn't the greatest way to do it, but... Hey, Mike.
Hello.
So we're going to, on the simple grabber, if attached object is null and force pull hand is equal to null, no, you know what? Let's just send that released. It's not that big of a deal to send to set a boolean every. But the message every round. So I'm just trying to keep my frame rate slow. So I'm trying to figure out a way around this. You know what I need? I just need to have like a... And we'll set a private boolean, handful equals null. Oh, false. And then so we're just going to set that handful equal to true. So, and then all we have to do, this will be way easier, is if attached object is null and your handful is true, then we can send our message released, and we'll set handful to false, and then it'll only call this once. That's better. Good. So what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of sample shields here that I can activate. So we'll activate those shields. There they are. And we'll activate a couple turrets. And then I don't have to go through the whole game in order to set danger levels and stuff. I can just start unit testing these objects. Oh, it's still looking at the floor. That's weird. Okay, whoa. Where's my other hand? Okay, so now let's see if my left hand can force pull the other shield. Where did the other shield go? Ah, come on! Well, it's doing the force pull animation, which it wasn't doing before, so that's a good sign. So let's set those a little higher, just so that, and then we'll move the podium. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's working. Good. That's way better. There you go, host. You want a piece of this? Got him. He doesn't have any collision on him, obviously. Oh. No. Ah, yes. Yet another bug squashed. Perfect. turn those turrets off and turn my podium back on. Good. All right, well, I think with that said and done, I think I'm going to call it for the day. Made some good progress today, got a lot of bugs worked out, got a lot of stuff put in. I think next time I'll be adding colliders to the turrets and to the host. We'll maybe make him get a little ticked off if you accidentally hit him. Maybe we'll increase the danger level if you accidentally hit him. Who knows? Could happen. Yeah, we'll add in a couple little fun secrets and stuff. But for now, yeah, that's made a lot of progress today. Thanks everyone for joining, and I will probably not be streaming over the weekend, but I'll definitely be back Monday morning. So have a good weekend, everyone, and yeah, again, thank you.